Marker placed.
Fire. Quiet.
There should be a Kikongo English interpreter somewhere in that area. If you extract him, it could be plenty useful for us.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Where are your friends? Spit it out. Speak.
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Fire. Fire!
Help me!
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Unit function added. Guard post captured. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a landing zone heading to Afghanistan. Deploying. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis
That's the
complete.
target. Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Complete. Side op completed. Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. Good dog.
Side ops list updated.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine. Boss, I have the report on that cargo we stole from Cypher's truck. The PF was transporting two things. The analysis of that malachite has come back first. Naturally, the main compound is copper. There's also a small amount of cobalt. Nothing unusual so far. Southern Zaire is a well-known copper belt. However, in addition to these, we also detected a trace amount of uranium. The content percentage, though, is too low for nuclear development. It most likely came from Shinkalobwe mine. That's where the uranium in that area comes from. The mine's closed, as all the high-purity uranium ore dried up a long time ago, but you could probably still find it there in small quantities. That said, there are plenty of other uranium mines that are in operation, like in Niger, Namibia, South Africa. Why go to an abandoned mine to scrape up whatever's left and ship it out in mass quantities without refining it? They were transporting that yellow cake too, which would suggest they have the technology to refine uranium. Anyway, that about sums it up. Unfortunately, the analysis of that yellow cake is taking a little longer. I'll let you know when it's done.
Please specify a project. Development complete. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a landing zone. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should be...
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Outpost captured. The map has been updated.
That's the target.
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at mid base.
You captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted airdropped in. You can also let members of the combat unit use them on dispatch missions.
Marker removed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a land heading to Central Africa. Deploying. Marker placed.
That's the target. A jackal. Is that a side-striped jackal? Jackals are closely related to dogs and wolves, so much so that they can interbreed with them. In fact, the Soviets are trying to create new species by crossing them with other animals.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted airdropped in. You can also let members of the combat unit use them on dispatch missions.
Destination. Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good
Enemy
job.
presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a landing zone. Deploying.
Be careful down there, boss.
Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis
That's the
complete.
target.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Go!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a landing heading to Afghanistan. Deploying. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Captured. The map has been updated. Marker removed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a landing zone. Analysis.
That's the target.
Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Clouds approaching.
Snake, talk to me! Snake!
Analysis
That's the
complete.
target.
Clouds approaching. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. List updated. Please specify a project. Staff assigned. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying. Analysis
That's the
complete.
target.
Analysis complete.
Get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Side ops list updated. Marker removed.
Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We finally finished analyzing that yellow cake Cypher was moving. There was nothing unusual about the composition of the yellow cake itself. Most of it was oxidized uranium, with the rest being impurities, various metals as well as traces of organic matter. What's interesting is the composition of these impurities. When we checked them against the impurities found in the copper ore, it was clear the yellow cake didn't come from Shinkolobwe, meaning they went to the trouble of mining two sources of uranium, then transported them together in different states. Another thing, we detected a very thin layer of highly enriched uranium in the middle of the yellow cake. Now that is very interesting. It may not be a lot, but it points to the existence of uranium-enriching technology. After all, yellow cake can't naturally produce highly enriched uranium. If they could mass produce this, they'd be just one step away from a gun barrel type nuclear bomb. But uranium enrichment requires advanced technology and a large-scale facility. If that kind of place existed in Zaire, the Soviet Union wouldn't sit idly by. And there's another question. Where were they transporting the yellow cake and malachite uranium? The first place that comes to mind is South Africa. The government was supposed to have abandoned nuclear weapons development after caving to international pressure. But rumors persist that it's continued in secret. Plus, CRS were escorting the truck, and they're based out of South Africa. And then South Africa does have an abandoned test site. If Cypher's involved with nuclear development in South Africa. But how would that fit with their weapon to surpass Metal Gear? We need more information.
Shinkolobwe. There's a name I haven't heard in a while.
The U.S. bought a lot of uranium from Shinkolobwe mine during World War II for the Manhattan Project. They even sent a squad from the Army Corps of Engineers to reopen the mine after it was flooded. That's how good its uranium must have been. With that, the world's first nuclear test was a success. Chicxulub uranium might have been used in the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, too. Just hearing its name is like seeing all the phantoms of the war rise up to haunt us. But all the uranium's dried up, and the mine's been closed for years.
So someone reopened it.
Right. Zero-risk security seized control of the area and were forcing locals to work in it. And the Zairean government was getting a slice of what they took in exchange for looking the other way. Mobutu has to finance his tastes somehow. He'll gladly sell the rights to some old mine. The question is, why would zero-risk security do this kind of thing?
Or rather, why were their employers, Cypher, interested in an abandoned mine? They'd be getting trace amounts of uranium, yet to the naked eye it appears to be ordinary malachite. Meaning security would be lax. Not a very efficient way of obtaining it, but easier to move.
But how would they enrich it at its destination?
Did the yellow cake really have a layer of highly enriched uranium in it?
Having trouble believing it?
No. If they say it's real, then it's real. In which case, they might have some enrichment method that we don't know about.
And this was to test it out?
It's possible. And that would mean it's almost complete.
Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Deploying.
Mission objective is to eliminate the PF commander they call the Major. One of the Major's subordinates working undercover with the CFA is due to make contact with him. Check his current location on your iDroid. Follow him, and he should lead you right to the Major.
Analysis complete. 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 You have arrived at your destination.
Target's man should be somewhere around there.
Analysis complete. Analysis
You got him.
complete.
Stay on him.
The map has been development complete. Development complete. Clouds approaching.
Something's up. No way the target will stick around for the meeting now. You'll just have to get the meeting point out of the Major's van. Not good. The target is trying to escape. Eliminate the target before he escapes. Okay, we'll get the target's location out of him on our end. I've sent the target's predicted field of movement to your iDroid.
Guard post captured. The map has been updated.
Emergency report from the intel team. They spotted a chopper lifting off southwest of Kungenga mine. It's got to be the target. Now your only choice is to take down that chopper.
The map has been updated. Please, supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Boss, the target has fled outside the mission area.
First job is to find the man you need to follow. Check your iDroid for his location and VI. If he sees you, they'll call off the meeting. Stay out of sight.
Arrive at your destination. Please, supplies requested. Supply drop analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis development complete. Development complete.
Eliminate the target before he escapes. A single burst from his machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Clouds approaching.
first job is to find a man you need to follow. Check your iDroid for his location and VI. If he sees you, they'll call off the meeting. Stay out of sight.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination.
Target's man should be somewhere around there. You found him. Stay on him.
The map has been updated.
Hey! You okay?
Clouds approaching.
Ideaal. Kijk eens of iemand hier gekomen is. Hier is het scherp.
We have no fix on the target, not even a predicted field of movement. All we have to go on is this meeting with his subordinate. Remember, this guy will call the meeting off if he thinks he's being tailed. You've got to do everything you can to stay out of sight.
Stay okay.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
His vehicle stopped. Is that where he's meeting the target?
Analysis complete.
Switched vehicles, huh? You don't think he spotted you? That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread carefully, boss.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Sun will set shortly. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Van alle dinge. Ek maak soms maar 'n
Analysis
fout.
complete.
Maar ek's 'n engel
That's
van
the
die
target.
Has been updated.
slawe aan. Reg onder hulle neuse en hulle wil my vervolg.
Maar ek's nie 'n voortrekker nie, maar jy's heeltemal reg. Nie een van ons verdien 'n prys op sy kop.
In elk geval, sê die res in 'n geskrewe verslag. Wat meer belangrik is jou volgende taak. ZRS probeer 'n ou man om die lewe bring. Dit het iets te doen met kernwapen. Maar ek het geen idee wie die ou man is nie.
Ek verstaan. Ek sal dit ondersoek. Om kernwapens te ondersoek is, wel, dis 'n baie gevaarlike pad om te loop.
Ja, ek weet nie. Kan wees wat hierdie plek nodig het. En die skrik maak tussen die lande. Maar baie bloedvergieting stop.
Jy dink Mobutu en die res sal die sin daarvan kan insien.
Maar miskien het hulle planne om die groot koppe ook gelukkig te hou. Vir nou, vind uit waarmee ZRS besig is.
Ek begryp, meneer.
Mission info has been updated.
Captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your eye. Okay, subject is in. Damn, it hardly looks like the treasure trove of intel we were hoping for.
Good dog.
Weather will clear shortly. Marker placed. Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss. The Major spilled his guts all right. His nuclear arms business was just a rumor he was paid to spread around. He doesn't even know who's paying him. All his instructions came through a cutout. Hell, who else would be behind it but Cypher? And this nuclear arms trading is clearly connected to that yellow cake. He thought the same thing, which is why he tried to investigate ZRS himself. He said something else that caught my attention. That ZRS are trying to kill some old man. How did one old man get that kind of attention? Boss, about those walker gears spreading all over Africa. Huey's got an idea for a counter-weapon. Come on back to base.
This. It's a variable, multi-legged tank. A spin-off of Metal Gear technology.
Big fan of spin-offs, isn't he?
I hear he borrowed from the Soviets in Costa Rica, too.
The design allows for a lot of freedom in setups. It's based around a central core unit, so you can quickly reconfigure the hardware to suit any sort of mission parameters.
What the good doctor's trying to say is that it's customizable.
Naturally, it will raise the probability of success for standard missions. But it functions as an improved deterrent by increasing your preemptive strike capability against enemy elements. You just deploy it in a war zone, and its superior firepower puts the brakes on enemy attacks. Eventually, the whole war machine grinds to a halt. A true battle gear!
Cause I'm having deja vu here.
I don't like him any more than you. But we need this.
You think it'll cut it in the field?
Turning radius is better than any tanks. That's great for regional skirmishes. Tech like this is popping up all among the PFs. Best way to deal with them is to fight fire with fire.
I'll await your instructions then, boss.
So do we have your approval to commence development?
Fine. Consider yourself off the chopping block, Doctor.
Got a new mission for you, boss. The client is one of the kids you rescued from that mine. According to the kids, people often disappear from the mine to a place called Nzoyabadiabulu, the Devil's House. On top of that, Saner's involved with the place. Check your iDroid for the mission details.
Caution, rain approaching. Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Staff assigned.
This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Please specify a project.
Gaining altitude.
Please specify a project. Mission list updated. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Target is Shivani. He was the leader of the boys being forced to work at the mine. He was separated from the others and taken away to Ngumba Industrial Zone. The locals call this place Nzoya Badia Bulu, the Devil's House. Boss, find Shivani and extract him safely. You can check the target's location on your iDroid.
Please select a drop. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Vehicle drop complete. The map has been updated.
Beyond there is outside the mission area.
Caution, you are about to leave the mission area. Caution, you are about to leave the mission area. Caution, you are about to leave the mission area.
An outpost in a sunken road. Minoko Yanyoka, the snake's mouth. I get it. Looks like that's the only way to the objective area.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Clouds approaching. Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Captured an enemy vehicle. Just like weapons and items, you can use your iDroid to have vehicles you've extracted airdropped in. You can also let members of the combat unit use them on dispatch missions.
Analysis complete.
Speak.
updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Got a guard post there. Security sure is tight.
Complete.
I guess they don't want anyone poking around.
Get him!
Analysis complete.
Go!
Supposedly the valley up ahead is covered in mist almost year-round. The objective area is beyond there. Bridge has collapsed. Looks like you'll have to go down through the valley.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Extraction failed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Sun will set shortly.
Jumping off the waterfall, boss? Go around.
Analysis complete.
Coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Beweeg. Ik wil niet voor nie.
Extraction failed. Extraction failed.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. There's a cliff blocking the way to the objective area. You'll have to take the path. There's a lot of erosion in that tunnel. Could come down any minute. Watch your step.
You have arrived at your destination.
You've reached the objective area. Now look for the target. I just hope he's alive.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
What is that? Boss, is your body?
Shabadi, your boy sent me.
En je moet zeggen het op bijna dood. Nu gooi bij, Kieban. Burn with the rest of them.
Support helicopter requested.
What the hell is that? Run, boss. It's him again. You can't let him catch you, boss. Get out of there. Boss, I'll have the chopper touch down past the truck. Get over there now. Take cover, boss. Spotted you. He's coming.
Updated. Map has been updated.
Changing the LZ closer to your position. First stop him
Police supplies requested.
This is your chance. He's lost sight of you. See anything nearby you could use to stop him?
Supply drop complete.
About to counterattack. Take cover, boss. He spotted you. He's coming. Damn, he's about to counterattack. Take cover, boss. About to counterattack. Take cover, boss. Damn, he's about to counterattack. Take cover, boss. See anything nearby you could use to stop him?
Please select a landing zone. A support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
I'll send the chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now.
Arriving
Stop
shortly.
him before it arrives. He's about to counterattack. Take cover, boss. He spotted you. He's coming.
Supplies requested.
Damn, he's about to counterattack.
Supply
Take cover, boss. This is your chance. He's lost sight of you. See anything nearby you could use to stop him?
Please select a landing zone. A support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
This is B-Quad. Arriving
I'll send
shortly.
the chopper. He'll shoot down the chopper if it lands now. Stop him before it arrives. He spotted you. He's coming.
Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter.
Damn, he's about to counterattack. Take cover, boss.
Development project has been added.
Mission complete, boss. Skullface. So he was in Africa after all. Working behind the scenes, even that man on fire at his beck and call. But what the hell was going on at the Devil's house? Earphones embedded in people's throats, tapes playing voices. And those lumps on their chests. They looked like the ones on the bodies at the oil field. The man on fire burned everything to the ground. But we were recording audio the whole time you were there. We'll conduct a thorough analysis of it. Is going to be inspecting a CFA outpost. It appears he's involved with nuclear weapons development in the area. My hunch is that this guy is somehow connected to Cypher. I've got no proof, but we know Skullface is working through PFs in the region. Anyway, it just so happens a job connected to this inspection has come in. Take a look at your iDroid. Roger.
Welcome back. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Please select a mission. Mission list updated.
Boss, about those invalids you saw in that devil's house.
Poor bastards. All strapped down to their beds, with those lumps on their chest.
The medical staff tell me they were probably a type of cyst.
Cysts can get that big.
In some cases, yes. But supposing they're a kind of atheroma forming on the surface of the skin, the size is just too big, and the appearance is all wrong. In the end, the medical team were at a loss. Those lumps were like nothing they'd ever seen. The fluid you said you got on your prosthesis when you touched one was burned off in the fighting, and the factory burned down too. None of the tests we did once you were back at the base revealed a pathogen that could have caused them. Meaning we don't have a single sample to work with.
Everything went up in flames.
What worries the medical team most is whether it's contagious. Whether there's a chance we could end up like that.
And?
Mother Base's sanitation control has always been strict. After all, war is great at transporting diseases. For the time being, at least. There's no sign of contagion or any symptoms that could be related. One more thing. About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah?
You said that their throats were cut open, with an acoustic tube pushed inside?
Right. The tubes were hooked up to tape recorders, playing some kind of audio.
Well, we picked up some of that audio through your radio transmissions and recorded it here. The intel team has been working on analyzing the communications log.
What have they found?
There's nothing tying the contents together. We've got a report on 3 deaths in a car accident on the autoroute near Marseille. Protests outside the Libyan embassy in London. A press conference with the former Prime Minister of Sweden. A 4-month-old weather forecast for Balikpapan. And then commercials for appliances, cough syrup, and TV dinners. Assuming they're not all staged, and come off as recordings of your average public broadcasts.
Public broadcasts? Just radio and TV signals?
Yes, and from all over the world. We're looking into whether they're genuine or not, just to be sure. What else? A speech that sounds like it was recorded out on the street, and people chatting about how this year's tomato crop did.
And there's nothing they have in common?
We're partway through the cryptanalysis. That includes checking all audio ranges and running it backward and at different speeds. Then there's vocabulary breakdown for political suggestions, ideological comment points. But I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
Where were the recordings made?
There's nothing linking them from that angle either. Just like you reported, we've detected virtually every major language there is. French, German, Italian, Spanish, including South American accents. Then there's Russian, Hindi, Arabic, Portuguese, Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese.
They're nothing if not thorough.
Well, I don't know if we've got them all covered. Ignoring the ones that have gone extinct, supposedly over 5,000 languages exist today. Besides, English isn't one of the ones we picked up.
Really? English?
I know. Only 5% of the world's population is a native English speaker. But when you factor in those who've acquired it as a second language, nearly 1/3 of the people speak it. The world's dominant lingua franca. You gotta figure they had it somewhere among all the languages in that place.
No English.
Bear in mind, we didn't hear everything that was played in that room. We couldn't isolate the more distant sounds due to static and the program could have been set to change every day. In a nutshell, for reasons unknown, people in that room with a common medical condition were made to listen to recordings in languages from around the world. It's not clear how the growths on their chests fit into it. It could have been treatment for them, or maybe an experiment of some kind.
I'm guessing one person knows.
Yeah, Skullface. He was there. The only thing we can say for sure is that he's involved. Rogue Coyote operates mainly out of Africa these days. Of the 3 PFs, they're the smallest. However, they scooped up most of the Rhodesian SAS after the country collapsed 4 years ago. Picture their entire organization as one big special forces unit. With Rhodesia a British colony, the Rhodesian SAS had its origins in 22 SAS Sea Squadron. They started out as a group known as the Southern Rhodesia Volunteers. But in '51 they were incorporated into 22 SAS as members of the British Commonwealth and deployed to fight guerrillas in the Malayan emergency. Even now, 22 SAS keeps the C Squadron designation empty in recognition of their service. In a way, you could say the SAS almost makes up the core of Rogue Coyote. Later on, they were bolstered by other talent, including former Cella Scouts and 32 Battalion. These guys are direct descendants of the best special forces in the world. They won't go down without a fight. Don't get careless. Kunganga Mine. A civil war's been going on in that region for the last 20 years. It's being fought by what are now two ethnic groups, the Buta and the Mbele. Originally, you could barely tell them apart, but the reason for the current armed conflict goes back to World War I. After the war, their land was colonized by a European power, and it decided to give local control to the Buta. That split the two groups into rulers and subjects, laying the foundations for an inevitable civil war. The friction between them remained even after they won independence from Europe. The Buta are holding on to power to this day, and the Mbele rebels continue to fight back. The conflict is funded by locally mined gold, rare metals, diamonds. They've used the money from those to arm themselves, buy oil, and even hire PFs. The Buta administration owns the mining rights to Kunganga Mine. But most of the laborers are Mbele, who they've taken prisoner. The product they've gouged out of their land is bought up by cheap Western corporations. And this civil war is fueled by the profits. That's how it goes. One country's people is split apart by another country. Then the two groups tear up their own land for money in order to fight each other. Now this civil war started by a foreign power is the norm, and it's sucking up all the country's resources. PFs are just the same. They follow the money, taking war with them wherever they go. That goes for us too. It's an endless river of bloody retaliation, and we're standing downstream. Should we make a stand and staunch the flow? Or wade in amongst the corpses and make a bigger splash than the rest? We'll follow your lead, boss. Zero-risk security aren't as hardcore a military outfit compared to the other two PFs in this region. The company sends operators to conflict regions around the world, not just Africa. They have decades of combined experience. They're also based out of South Africa. Their headquarters is in Johannesburg. A lot of their work involves corporate security for South African companies, but a good number of their operators are retired South African military. So don't mistake them for a bunch of security guards.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accept heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
The high-ranking CFA official in charge of supplying weapons to UNITA. The target stays at Nova Braga Airport. Head to the airport first.